movie review here for Electrick Children. Gotta just talk a little louder because I got the AC on. And you can't hear other cars per se. You can hear this AC, I bet. But Electric Children, it's an indie film. It has the vibe. Like when I saw the cover of it, it was free on YouTube. This is also a movie, saw for free on YouTube, which I think it's pretty nice, and it's beautifully shot. I had to say, I was either reading something or what's it called? Actually, no, I think I was reading something. Yeah, I read someone's review on Reddit about it. Their little take on the film. It's an indie film. This is an indie. I don't think the thing went to theater. This is a film that's independently made. And drama. It's kind of like it's a bit like a coming of age. I can get what the person's getting at, where it feels like it's kind of all over the place. There's no centered, because like we center ourselves on one character, but then we also spend a little bit of time with some other characters. But I think, yeah, all through and through, she is the main character through and through, and she gets pregnant by the cassette tape or by God. So I guess, I like that she still retains her divine faith, like she still has a divinity, but in the same vein, she wasn't, I guess, too saddened to leave her community. And apparently they're supposed to be Mormon, like fundamentalist Mormons, and you do get that vibe because they're from Utah, so the whole idea of they're fundamentalist Mormons, I guess it makes sense. But and then they do talk about the law of chastity. I don't know if that's a Mormon law, though. That's the chastity law things. Maybe it is, actually. Now that I think about it. The words of wisdom, that's Mormon religious doctrine. But the law of chastity, the rules of remaining chaste, I always thought maybe that was not exclusive to Mormons. Beep, beep somewhere. You hear that? It's an air tag in there. I'm gonna try to figure out where that shit is. It's mad annoying. There's an air tag in there, but what do you call Electric Children? Because we know that the brother didn't fuck her. We know that she didn't have sex with her brother, and we know or sex with any boy for that matter. She's a virgin. But she is pregnant. And I like when she said this to her mom, like she mentions to her mom casually, because you think she's kind of joking about it. But I guess the part that she meant it seriously was when she said to her mother, "Oh, I thought you would have been more upset." She said to her, "Oh, I thought you would have been more upset, honestly, about it. When I told you what I'm facing." And that's when the mom does the freak out. She's like, "Wait, hold up. You telling me you actually pregnant? Oh, shit." And then they run to this, they run to the worlds. They run to the modern day society, right? In this film, they do that. And what was I thinking in my head in that moment? Yeah, like fundamental, they're dressed like fundamentalist Mormons, so I guess they are. So, and it makes sense that they live kind of off the beaten path in a rural area. They're isolated. It looks like their home, it's like a colony. It's like one of the Mennonite colonies, sort of. It's a little hamlet. That's where they live in. And the one house is their house, and then there's other homes around. There's obviously other people in the community. There's a chapel. There's a church. And when they find out about this ordeal, she tells them the truth, but they don't believe her, obviously, because conception is through that naturally. And so then they think it's the brother. The mom says, because the brother hears like a cassette tape that she's listening to. I guess you're not supposed to listen to like worldly music, but she was caught listening to that. But the brother tried to take it from her, and they're wrestling on the ground. He's like, "You gotta get us in trouble, what you're doing right now." He's like, "I just want to listen to the tape, man." And it looked like maybe they were trying to do sex stuff, but then but they're all clothed. They're clothed, but for the mom, I guess she doesn't know how long it was going on for. I don't know, but she does make a point to bring it up. And how do you call when she, oh my god, at least I can ignore, because I'm in the middle of doing my review here. I want to get my review. We're going to figure out who's trying to text me. Actually, let me pause this real quick. Continuation. Now it's like kind of split in two. Answer the text. But anyway, what was I thinking in my head? I was thinking of something in my head. Electric Children. This film. What was I thinking about it? Or what was I thinking concerning it? What was I thinking? Her brother. I like that her brother gets kicked out of the community because they think that he, did that, broke the law of chastity sin. So he gets kicked out too. She doesn't get kicked out. She runs away because the agreement is that she's going to marry some guy named Elijah. I think his name's Elijah Woods or something like that, actually. But yeah, the agreement is, you gotta marry this guy. And I guess he's from like another house, same religion, but like from another house, maybe same group, just from another area. But she's gonna marry him. We actually get to see him towards the end of the film, what he looks like, and the family already agreed. The family agree, like, oh yeah, we'll marry. You can marry him, and then they do the things that they're gonna do. I like when she's got to escape. She does, and the mom actually helps her, because the mom we learned, I guess the mom had a period where she was rebellious and she saw the outside world, but just like the brother, she chose to come back to live in the religious community, I guess. And so, what do you call? What was I thinking in my head? What was I thinking in my head? My mind's racing. I'm trying to think what I was thinking about right now. The red Mustang, and she tells the stories, and she has all these other. I like that. And her brother, I think her brothers are half brother. They're not, because like the kid that she had, she was pregnant with her, and she's 15 in this film. So this is like 15, a decade and a half ago, which is a good amount of time. Not too long, but a decent amount of time. And but it's long enough. Like, yeah, he'll still be alive, he'll be around. The red Mustang car. It all happens by chance. Like, she sees it in that one moment. It's kind of like she's leaving the area that she was at. The guy's rich. The kid that we see in the film that they're hanging out with, and he takes him in. He's got a wealthy. He comes from a wealthy background, and he's a runaway. Well, I think he got kicked out. He's rebelling against the parents and stuff. He got kicked out, but they still care for him. So when he comes back, the parent. You can see what they're getting at with the juvenile or the, like, I can't just leave you. You're on a bad path. I need to help you somehow. But no, he got kicked out, and that's why he's out in the street doing punk band music, rolling with these guys. And she initially, when she sees, he comes out, he's like drunk. He's like, oh, my girlfriend. But no, she's initially drawn to some other dude that's in the band. I think maybe he's like one of the singers. And but I guess when he tells her like he doesn't care about you, what he's getting at is that he's just gonna use you. If anything, he's just gonna use you for a little fun, and that's it. That's the vibe I was getting. Like, this guy, you don't want to really fuck with this guy. It's kind of shitty, to be honest. A punk rocker person, it's not that great. But oh my god, what was I thinking of in my head? I was thinking of something. Somewhat in my head concerning this film. Concerning this, I like this movie. I liked it. I knew when I was watching it from the little beginning and I saw the cover of it, I was like, oh, I'm gonna like it. And I kind of took a blind. I didn't even realize it was Julia Gardner in the cover. I thought it was. I just saw the title and it intrigued me. Electric Children? The fuck is that supposed to be about? So I clicked it. I may finish the Matrix movie. I don't know. Maybe anti-Matrix movie. I may finish that one. Maybe do a review on that. So that one didn't interest me as much as these films did. But this movie was good. I liked it. This movie was nice. And I do like that the kid, he hits his father with the door. I guess that's a hey, fuck you moment. But then he chooses to go back because he does love his mother, I guess, and that's the thing, is that woman, they share a mom. They don't share a father. That guy that's driving the red Mustang to go pick her up or whatever. And I like that he gives away his Mustang, actually, because he had a van. The kid had a van, but his van broke down. And for whatever inexplicable, I'm not sure what the reason was, but he decides to burn down his van. And he's running away from it. That's when we see him and he gets picked up. And the only reason is because, well, maybe he would have picked him up anyway, because it's a young man out in the middle of nowhere. But it's like, hey, that was her van, because she was driving that van. It was kind of cute. I like that I guess she returned the van. And her truck was left in the alleyway. It had some flyers on it, but it wasn't touched, I guess. Nobody started it up. I guess nobody opened it either. But I like that, she had parked it in the alley, presumably somewhere in downtown Las Vegas. That's another thing. We're in downtown Las Vegas in this film. Not downtown Las Vegas, but in Las Vegas in general. We're in that city. So we get to see like sort of the grittiness of it. There's this blonde sort of chick and this other Hispanic chick, and they're like always inebriated. I guess they're prostitutes, sex workers types, and they're hanging out with the kid. Or he met them. Maybe he met them, they took him in, now he's doing the opposite, whatnot, so on and so forth. These apartments are like dingy and kind of cruddy looking, and they're kind of like dormitories actually. But I like that when she gets arrested, we don't see her again. Actually, we don't even see the Hispanic friend after some point. We don't even see really what happened to that bitch. And the kid, he experiments with drugs usage. There's a scene where he's like in the skate park, and he actually picks it up really quick. I like that he picked it up really quick, how to skate, and he falls off the skateboard and hurts his arm even in that one moment, and he gives him some drugs because when you're taking this kid to the hospital, well, first, like, you got no papers. But even when he gets arrested in the film, they ask him if he has any ID, has any documentation. He's like, no, he don't even know what that is, probably. Like, no. We were born, you get a name, we live in the community, that's it. These people are literally, this religious group is sort of detached from the mainstream society in that regard, right? But, and I like that Juliet, she knows to find her way back. That's another thing that was interesting, right? Is because she drives away in the truck, but she remembered how to find her way back home from Las Vegas to whatever they are, somewhere in Utah. Out there, she even records. She has this diary message thing where she records her messages, and there's one over her thoughts for the day or whatever, and she even mentions something about this guy's music. I think he's a Spawn Saiyan, because she opens, she realized this music is like kind of vulgar and gross and whatnot. But yeah, they run off together, the two lovers. I think the last shot of them is like in California somewhere. I think that's the last shot of the film, period, actually. They're like out in California somewhere at the beach, enjoying just their company. It was a nice film. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I like that the kid's Mr. Will. Mr. Will is the kid's, that's what his name goes by. I guess everybody here uses, it's like the Mormon church, the sister this, sister that. But I always remember it was elder, not Mr. But maybe it's a fundamentalist thing. Who knows? But it was good. I liked it. That concludes my thoughts. I guess a review. Electric Children.